Check out Artie Lange's surprise Christmas show at the Comedy Shop in Pompton Plains, New Jersey. This Friday, December 9th at 9 o'clock p.m. That's the Comedy Shop at the Best Western in Pompton Plains. Go to Comedy Shop, that's comedy, SHOPPE.laughstub.com to get tickets. That's this Friday, December 9th at 9 o'clock.
The name of the ice cream was Cock Robin.
It's coming from the guy who lives in the area where Friendly's is the big ice cream.
Again, that's a horrible. You're not making nobody.
Friendly's is just as bad.
Dan, the word cock is in the title.
Already got your New Year's Eve planned, quitters? If not, check out the New Year's Eve party with Artie Lange and Bob Levy, Friday, December 30th. Doors open at 8 o'clock. The show is at 9:30. That's in Scranton, Pennsylvania, the Leonard Theater. This event is for 18 and over. Tickets are $35. Check it out on Ticketfly. Laugh Out Lepkus Comedy presents the New Year's Eve party with Artie Lange and the Reverend Bob Levy.
Back to Artie Lange News Center and our expert analysis.
Live at motherfucking 5, over now.
Bombshell tonight.
A white man driving a stuff in his face.
Artie Lange, Don Ho.
He's gambling on human lives.
Hi everyone, I'm Colleen May. Breaking news from the Channel 8 newsroom. Eyewitness News has learned that comedian Artie Lange was found dead in his hotel room at the Hard Rock. Lange was in Las Vegas for the taping of the Howard Stern show. The hotel has confirmed his death and says that Lange's girlfriend found his body around 7 o'clock this morning. He was taken to UMC where he was pronounced dead. We are following this breaking story, and we will of course update you as new information becomes available.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Look who it is. Lange.
Don't make me break my foot off in your ass!
Hey, Kev, thanks for doing this, man.
Artie, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
That's how I call my I have a cousin named Arthur, and we always call him Artie because he lives in New York. Hey, Artie.
Yeah, that's a name people like to have fun with. My real name's Arthur, and man, I couldn't get rid of that quick enough when I was a kid. Terrible. But Artie Lange flows off the tongue.
Yeah.
I as a joke, when I was doing a movie, by the way, we're rolling, so this is part of the unique podcast. But the great Kevin Nealon, by the way, at Caroline's, right, this weekend?
That's right.
The whole
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Check it out. Yeah. I don't know if you remember, I first saw you do a live show at the Comedy Connection. I was there the night after you, and I got there a night early, and I went and I sat in the back and watched you do a stand-up at the Comedy Connection in Boston. Holy shit, it's just even as a comic, even if you're jaded as a comedian, it's so unique.
Oh, man, that's so long ago. I'm thinking, man, my material must have been sucky, but I guess none of us know what's good.
Well, no, it was just great because, I mean, you have this great thing you do where it seems like you're goofing on everybody in the world. And it's just, if you go along with that ride, it's fantastic. Yeah. And you were killing, and that's a great comedy town, but you're really, it's great. So check him out if you can. How often are you on the road, Kev?
Not that often. I mean, last year I was on quite a bit, but this year my dream came true and I got a sitcom in Los Angeles. So
right.
I was able to reschedule a lot of comedy gigs. I had dates. But typically I'm on the road maybe 2-3 weekends a month.
Yeah, that's not bad, right? But I remember when you did a guest spot on the Norm show. Again,
I remember that.
Again, if you do, that's great.
That was so fun.
Was so fun. It was a blast because it's Norm, and you guys, knew how to make each other laugh. I remember that show, how fun it was hanging out with you guys doing that, and then how nice you were to me when I was on Howard the first time, and how nervous I was. You just made it so easy. Oh well,
it both did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, I that was a weird thing for me because I know maybe you felt that way, and I had to make sure you knew. How Howard knew that in the hierarchy of comedy, like I'm like this guy's assistant, so I had to.
Yeah.
And he always trusted me with that because he always thought you were funny. But I don't know if you remember what you did with me. There was a big break in between rehearsals. And we were on the Warner Brothers lot, and that lot was insane at that time. The late 90s, it was us on stage 12, and it was Drew Carey next to us, Ray Romano, ER, The West Wing, and Friends were all within 20 feet of us. So a tour bus would go by, and this happened twice. Me and Norm were playing football, and you hear the tour bus, Friends is over there, and the people like applauding, and ER's over there, and then they got this, and this is stage 12. So me and you were outside, and you said, is that ER over there? I said, yeah, ER tape's right there. He goes, you said, come on, let's go over there. I said, I think they're taping. He goes, you said, nah, it's all right, let's go over there. So I'm right behind you, and it was almost like a guy being with his older cousin. I remember I got such a kick out of this. The red light was on. You walked right in, and of course you're insanely recognizable. All those years on SNL, and like the ADs and everybody think you're supposed to be there. So they're like, "Hey, Kevin," and they're like, "Who's this guy?" And you said to the AD, "You go, this is Artie. You know Artie." The guy goes, "No, I don't." He goes, "Yeah, you know Artie."
Stage 12. Stage 12.
Yeah. You were goofing on me and them at the same time, and I'm laughing my ass off. We almost blew a take, and then we go in the makeup, and Juliana Margulies is in the makeup, and you had worked with her on SNL. She sees you. I hope I don't get you in trouble with Showbiz Court here, but I'm behind her, and she goes, "Who's this?" You go, "It's Artie." You know Artie. And she goes, "No, no." You go, "Yeah, you know Artie."
Stage 12.
Yeah, stage 12. And then one time I think you said the Artie show, and she goes, "Wait, what?" No, yeah, you know, it's the Artie show. And I'm behind her, and you're saying to her, "Listen, we still talk about how great you were on the show. Like you might have been the best host we ever had." And she goes, "Get out of here! An actor buys on hook, line, and sinker." So she's going, "Oh my God, that's amazing!" And when she looks away and you're looking at me and smiling. I said, "I'm goofing on Juliana Margulies," and that is one. I got to tell you, Kevin, that is one of my favorite showbiz stories to tell, and I've been in this.
Oh man,
forever.
I used to be so funny. So funny.
Well, that's why. I mean, I can't. I tell that story almost every time people bring up the lot and who worked there.
Yeah,
and it was interesting, but you have had. Again, tell your background, because it wasn't a typical way to get Saturday Night Live. You weren't a sketch. You got it from being a stand-up, right?
Yeah, I always wanted to be a stand-up comedian. I grew up loving stand-up comedy, and I would watch. I look at the TV guide who was going to be on that week, and I would highlight their name, and then I would, stay there and watch it.
Wow.
And then I moved out to L.A. to get into stand-up because New York terrified me. The crowds just seemed too brash. The comics were kind of tough,
Right.
I went out to L.A. and I just got into stand-up out there. I started going to open mic nights, and I got a job as a bartender at the Improv. So I really in the heat of things there.
Yeah, that's great.
Would go on when somebody didn't show up. They would put me on, and just kind of work at it.
What year were you? What year were you a bartender at the Improv?
I was a bartender around 80, 79, 80, 81, around there.
So that is the heart of like the boom of
that was back in the 1900s.
No, the first time I ever did stand up was at the Improv in New York. Now I grew up 8 miles from New York City, so it was so easy for me just to stay there to try stand up. But so that I stayed there. It was July of '87 is the first time I went up. I was 19 years old. And,
oh wow!
Yeah, and it was the original Improv in Hell's Kitchen. So it's weird. A lot of stand-up stay in New York because they can do a lot of spots. You had the opposite idea. Who were the regulars? I mean, was like Seinfeld out there by that point? And
yeah, Seinfeld had come out, and there was a lot of like expats from New York out there, like Jack Raymond.
Right.
Oh God.
A ton of people.
A lot of people. Elaine Boozler.
Charles Fleischer, was he like
Charles Fleischer? Yeah.
The guy who did Roger Rabbit. And so now, where did you grow up again?
I grew up in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
So you went right across the country. A lot of people wanted to get the hell so far away from their hometown.
I know.
So they went to L.A.
Hey, Artie. Here's what I love about New York. I'm going by this guy right now. I love hearing this. Listen to this. Wait a minute. Oh, he stopped. He took a break just as we're going by.
Who was it?
It was some guy banging on a plastic drum on the
Yeah, that's entertaining. There was a guy. Maybe you remember this guy. He was there all the time because I was when you were on SNL. I was going to auditions, struggling. There was a guy I think at the C Train on 53rd Street. He was a black guy with Jimi Hendrix hair. He set up an amp and a guitar, and he played Jimi Hendrix tunes. And the only reason you knew that is because he told you he didn't know how to play the guitar. He would just make noise and he would go fire. I must have gave that guy $1,000 for you.
Oh my God!
It was almost a mugging, technically, because he almost was trying to hit you with a guitar. It was a weapon.
Well, that's the guy out there right now with the drum.
It might be. I'm like, is it that thing in New York? Does this guy want me to blow him or give him money? What the? So that is so intimidating as a bartender, just to get up and do spots. Were you funny pretty quickly, or did it take a while?
It took a while, but I would keep at it, and
Right.
and I was, the bartending job was great because I was doing open mic nights too around town, and I was working there at the slow night,
Right.
and I got to meet so many comics that I watched on TV. Before I came out there, they'd walk in, and I go, "Oh my God, there's Dottie Archibald from the Merv Griffin Show."
It was, there were so many funny people on television as character actors who did comedy, and. Are you familiar with the scene at all now with stand-up, with the alternative thing? Do you get involved with that at all and check it out?
Sure.
Are there any new guys that you like compared to that time? Because it's such a different. I mean, you don't have to name names. I'm just saying, as far as the scene now, do you respect what's going on with a lot of these politically correct?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's all evolving comedy. It's become so mainstream now. Before it used to be so
underground type,
so exclusive, underground kind of. But now it's and there's all different forms of comedy. So many different platforms to do comedy on. And,
right.
So it's a free for all. It's anything goes now.
Yeah. Were you always a guy who worked clean too?
Yeah, I worked clean because at the time, you didn't have a lot of cable TV, and things
Right.
like that. So you always had to stay clean.
The options really were in 1980. The options to get on television was. I mean, think about it. Now there's 5,000 channels, and if you're even a little bit funny, you have maybe charisma or good looks or something, you get on TV. You're making no money, but that phenomenon.
I mean, you could start your own YouTube channel and just do your act on there, once a week or something. And
Right.
Get followers.
What sucks is the art of stand-up comedy doesn't get respected around the country. I remember I was playing I think it was the Columbus, Ohio Funny Bone, and the guy was complaining because the weekend before, some kid who was famous locally for being in his mother's basement, tweeting clever shit, bombed. He sold out and bombed. And I said, well, what made you think he'd be good?
Was it Donald Trump?
Yeah, he was doing He's doing a lot of wall material. I said, well, he goes, what do you mean? He's funny in his I said, so you think because he tweeted out some clever shit in his mother's basement and he got the place to sell out, he would have been a great stand-up comedian? That's what you think? And this guy's supposed to manage a comedy club. They don't even know what they're doing. And
I know.
Have you felt disrespected over the years as a comic? Have you felt like people think we're the roofers of show business?
No, I don't think so. I remember doing a college about 15 years ago, 12 years ago, and the girl was driving me back to the airport the next morning, who organized the college show or whatever, was in charge of handling me. And pretty quiet, most of the way back to the airport. And then she goes, "I really liked your act, old school."
Wow. Very good. She'll be booking the Tonight Show in a week. Well, that's the thing. So you get on SNL. What a cast you're with, first of all. You come from stand-up, and Dana Carvey, right? And is there a better sketch guy ever than Dana Carvey? Him and Dan Aykroyd. So are you intimidated by that at all?
Well, I felt like George Plimpton on that show. I really felt like I was a fish out of water.
Right.
They were all so good at what they did.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me how I got on Saturday Night Live, although they phrase it more like this: "How did you get on Saturday Night Live?"
Well, anything you were in, though, was, especially for comics, you get what the irony of what you were doing in every sketch was so funny. And then you get Weekend Update. Did you replace Dennis Miller? Right, you were right
I
after.
came after Dennis Miller. Yeah,
Right. Now,
and Dennis had a great following, and he'd done it for a long time. He was really good at it. The thing about Weekend Update is so many people bring a different personality to it, and now it seems like it's more of a stand-up kind of segment.
Of course, yeah. It was character-driven. You're right. When Bill Murray and Aykroyd, they were doing characters, and when you did it, I mean, it was so unique and great to see what you were doing because you brought that ironic sort of thing you do to it, and especially for comics, it was great.
Well, what I liked, Artie, was the kind of the pseudo newscaster,
right?
Like Chevy Chase did it. I kind of liked his style.
A character.
So I tried to emulate that a little bit.
Right. These guys now are good at what they do, but they just tell jokes, and you're doing more of a character, is what you're saying, right?
But now when I look back at it, I kind of cringe a little bit. I think, I would do so different now if I was doing that thing, But at the time, that's what I was doing. That was the choice I made.
Yeah, and believe me,
times are different,
right? And the rapport you had though with people, like when Sandler would come on and do like the Halloween costumes and stuff, it was clear you guys were having fun, which to me is everything.
Yeah. You needed a kind of a dry, serious guy on there to play opposite something like that.
Right. So now, speaking of Sandler, it's like when he gets all this success and he's, all this money they're throwing at him, and I particularly wanted to be, I would love to have been on the set of Little Nicky when, Adam's got all this money, like he could have shit on a paper and they give him $1 billion, and you show up and there's tits on your head. What is that like? Like Rodney's there, and I mean, you must have been enjoying that success together. Going, can you believe this?
It was fun. Yeah, I mean, I walk into the set the first day, and Rodney's sitting on a milk carton, kind of looking like Rodney. And I say, "Hey, Rodney, how's it going?" He goes, "Oh, I'm throwing up blood now. Pumping up blood."
That's what everyone. That's real positive. That's good for the morale.
Yeah. But it was fun. Sandler's used me in a lot of his films, but I got to tell you, there are a lot of humiliating and embarrassing roles. I think he's trying to find a way to embarrass me, and then he writes a film around it.
That's hilarious. Well, listen, the tits on the head. At some point you're going to go, "Is this a joke?"
He goes, Neil, you're going to have tits on your head, and Rodney's going to want to have sex with your head.
Yeah, that he did go for it with that one. There's a pineapple.
Tell me more.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, I remember something else about you, which I loved, was also from the Norm Show. We were talking about somebody's career. Rosie O'Donnell was there, like doing interviews and you said something like, "I'm just not that ambitious." And you come off as a guy who makes good money because you keep getting work. But is that true? Do you not have that insane drive? Does that signal unhappiness to you?
Well, I'm very happy, and I don't really need to be that ambitious.
Right, you are. You're very happy.
But I am ambitious. Otherwise, I'd be out of the business by now. But but I'm not like a super hungry and desperate and that kind of ambitious.
Yeah.
But talking about Rosie, I remember one time Roseanne Barr,
right,
had a talk show.
Yep.
And I was a guest on it. And I remember I just finished my segment, and she's introducing the next guest. She goes, "Oh, everybody, you're going to love this next guest. He's amazing. I just love everything this guy does. He's so talented. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Pantaleone." And he comes walking up, and she sees him, and she goes, "Oh, I know who he is."
Well, again, with stand-ups, with talk shows, did you ever do Byron Allen's show, Unleashed?
No.
Okay. Well, Norm has a great line. He goes, "I did that show Unleashed. I never felt more leashed." But it's amazing how some of those hosts, even a stand-up, they're just blindly, like, they don't seem happy in between commercials, and they're just going through the motions. John Lovitz, tried stand-up. He was on there, and Byron Allen would lead people into their bit. Like, I understand you went skiing, Elaine Boozler, and you. He looked at Lovitz and he went, "John, I understand you're getting older." And it's just a show business to me. And here's where I think people admire you a lot in the business is it's more fun. A comic's job is to kind of sit back and goof on stuff. It's like if you get nominated for an Emmy Award, that's great. But I think most comedians would rather be goofing on a guy getting an Emmy Award. You don't seem pretentious.
Well, you know, the great thing about Twitter now is whenever there's an award show, there's so many comics tweeting about.
Right, you see the real feeling.
It's a real show. It's a show within the show.
Right. Do you do that a lot? Do you like Twitter? It's perfect for
I do like I like live tweeting. You know, during like the Oscars and stuff, or during my show that's on. You know, I'll kind of live tweet on that.
But comics got to walk a line because, I do that too. And I've had, like, my agent call me up the next day. That's great, but you're calling everybody who runs show business an asshole. Did you ever get in trouble with Twitter? I mean...
No, I never have. I never have because... I found out that you can get sued by.
I know. One time I said when Nicole Kidman was, I married to Tom Cruise at one point. I made a joke. Nicole Kidman, Australian for beard, and for me, for a guy like me, the joke's not going to get better than that. And I was proud of it, but I got a call from a lawyer. Like, he's very litigious. And it's so scary because 140 characters, you're rewriting it, and then you realize, is it worth it? Do you see an actual bump in people who go to see your shows from Twitter?
I think so. Yeah. I sometimes I'll ask people, "Did you hear about this from my tweets?" And a lot of them will respond. Yeah. I don't know how this happens, but I have 1.5 million followers, and I don't know how that happened. It's not like I'm that popular. But I think what happened was I started at the beginning of Twitter, and so I got followers that way. Right.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're not doing yourself some justice. I mean, I think a lot of people over the years have realized how funny you are, and that you're so. I mean, I saw from ER. I mean, I bet Julianne Margulies got to follow you.
I'll have to check on that. Maybe she doesn't.
That was so fucking funny.
I forgot about that actually.
Well, I mean, you would. I remembered it.
Yeah.
But the way the AD, they were literally shooting a scene. Like, people were... And the AD saw you and got excited. Like, he stopped doing his job. And you introduced me to him while they were shooting a scene, which is great. And I wonder if Juliana Margulies still thinks she's the best female host ever.
I don't remember her hosting, but whatever you say.
Maybe that's even better. Maybe she.
No. I remember. She did.
I remember.
And also we went over there because Clooney was a host. I knew Clooney from hosting.
Yeah, so but he wasn't there anymore. He wasn't on the show.
Oh, really? Oh, maybe I didn't know that.
No, you didn't. And I didn't either. We found out the hard way because the AD guy said, "Yeah, George is shooting Ocean's 12."
I was big stuff going in there. Yeah, George. No, George is not here. Oh, okay.
He's in Lake Como. Shooting Batman. But the worst thing happened. We got called in to do what we were paid to do, the show, because I think we were going to go over to the West Wing next, which would have been great. Martin Sheen, Artie, right? No, I know. Yeah.
Martin Sheen, yeah. Come on in.
Stage 12.
This is Artie, stage 12, yeah.
The other one, Nikki Cox was on the show for like a year, and it was called The Norm Show. And the other thing that the tour guide said, he's passing by the show, and he goes, and this is The Norm Show starring Nikki Cox. Here's a Rodney story for you about being negative. Norm said that when he hosted Saturday Night Live, to me this scene was, he's napping, and Pearl Jam is the band, and they're rehearsing, and they're loud, and Eddie Vedder's getting really into the rehearsal. Ronnie comes out with a robe and goes, "Hey guys, we get it. You're a band. Can I see?" Who the hell is Jeremy? And he goes over to Norm. He goes, "You know what, Norm? TV sucks. TV sucks. You get here, the lighting. You're walking around. It doesn't seem like most of it is terrible and it's a waste of your time. TV. You know what else sucks? Movies. Movies suck. You get there and it's like one camera. You got to stay there for 14 hours. Some idiot director tells you movies suck, Norm. And then he goes, what's the only good thing is stand up, Norm, and that sucks." Do you like stand up to the point where do you find yourself doing it for more than money? Like, are you in Carolina? You got a joy out of this?
I do enjoy it. I love doing it. I'm not crazy about the travel these days, but I do love doing the actual stand-up. There's nothing like it, and I've been doing it for like 37 years now. So it's part of ingrained in my bones.
Yeah. Well, do you think you'd go through almost comedy withdrawal if you didn't do it? You think you'll be doing? I have that because it's sort of therapeutic. You know, do you find it helps you? I don't know, mentally.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's like I said, it's become a routine in my life for me, and it's kind of like golf for me. When I'm not golfing, I always want to go golfing, but then when I'm golfing, I think I should be doing something, man. I should be doing some work, you know. But it's same with the comedy. Like I finally got this TV show, and I got to cancel a lot of gigs on the road, and I could stay home. But now, you know, after a couple of weeks, I'm thinking, man, I really want to get up on stage and do some stand-up.
What about acting? Because over the years, you know, like Weeds and stuff, and the other stuff. I mean, what do you find you like doing that just as much as stand-up?
It's all different. I'm lucky in that way where I get to do, you know, act and do stand-up and write. You know, I've been doing a lot of writing too, and you know, benefits and things. It's just I'm lucky because I'm not just pigeonholed into doing one thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, that really is a diverse career because, you know, I like acting too. When I got on the Stern Show, it really, you know, the money was so good with stand-up, I stopped acting for a while, and I did miss it. Have you done Howard lately?
I did it yesterday morning.
I would say, yeah, because I don't listen anymore. It's kind of hard. But it's great that you're one of the comics he still has on. You should wear that as a badge of honor because he told Gilbert Gottfried, we don't have comedians on, as he was booking a comedian. It's a weird thing is going on over there. And did you have fun doing that still? Is it still as
I did have a lot of fun. I mean, I am honored to be on the show and flattered. A couple of years ago, I woke up and I said, I want to start taking more risks in life. You know, I want to start doing more things. And one of them was to do the Howard Stern Show, and the other one was to do Bill Maher, Real Time.
Right.
And I tell you, I had so much fun doing both of those shows.
That's
Howard, after the first time I was on with you, I walked around the block just like floating, and I haven't had that feeling since I did the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson the first time.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because every comic I know, either my age or a little bit older, says you did the single best spot on the Tonight Show ever that they saw.
Oh, that's nice.
And I had not seen it, and Norm said, "Oh man, you got to check it out." And when YouTube came, he showed it to me. Like, it's amazing that Norm remembered to show it to me.
Oh, Norm's got an amazing memory. He remembers so many things.
Yeah, but I'm saying you the fact that you specifically, he said he told me 2 years earlier that you gotta see it, and then he realized with YouTube had become technology, and he remembered specifically to show me you on the Tonight Show with Carson, and it really is like, I remember like we were belly laughing. What was it like with him?
With Carson?
Yeah.
Oh, it was so intimidating and.
Right. Well, it didn't look it. You looked very comfortable, you know. And but you were at that point. How long were you doing stand-up before you got that spot?
That was in '84 that I did that, and I started in '78, '79 doing stand-up.
And doing and working at the Improv. So that must. I mean, that's the holy grail for people. And
it really was, and it was such a special night for me because after I'd done it, and it went well, and I got panel with Johnny, and I just went to my friend's house who I would write with, and we watched it there together. But I knew everybody was at the Improv watching it because that's what they did back then. They'd all go to the Improv, everybody be quiet, and they turn the TV on over the bar, the big old square TV, and they watched it. And it was just probably one of the most magical moments I've had in my career, aside from SNL or Weeds or anything else I've ever done.
Yeah, you did. I mean, you had a lot of those dreams come true moments with you're probably settling out in L.A. and then you get SNL. I mean, obviously that's something that's turned down. But was it a little bit of a pain to go? Now I got to go back to New York. You got to move back here, and you seem like you adjusted to L.A. pretty well. Was that an issue?
Well, the thing for me, Artie, was that I treated SNL like college. I would come back here in September. I had an apartment that I rented, and I kept it, and I had all my flannel shirts in the closet and all my New York stuff.
Right.
And it was exciting. And then in May, I'd go back to L.A. and be in my house and hang out at the beach and stuff.
You see, you know how to live. That's what I mean. Like I did not. I had to go to L.A. The first time I was in Los Angeles was a screen test for this show, Mad TV, and I got it. And before the day of the first rehearsal, I had to get directions to the studio. I didn't know where I was. I had been in New York the whole time. The furthest west I was to do a gig was Houston, and I did not adjust to L.A. well. I mean, the worst part was, and I always said, how different would my life have been? My New York cocaine dealer, I had a massive cocaine problem, and I brought that to L.A. with some flannels. And
So you're the one that brought cocaine to L.A.
No, that was the guy Johnny Blow played. Johnny Depp played. I brought a problem there. Yeah, I brought some new business, and I said to the New York, I said, "Do you know anybody in L.A.?" And he said, "Oh yeah, I know a great guy." That's what he said. And I always thought how different my life would have been if he didn't know a guy. Because 2 years later, I was in L.A. County for a month and a half. But I didn't. I had stress about it. And to be an East Coast guy, just to move out there, like the way you say it is so simple. I got a job bartender. Like, that's hard to do, man.
Yeah. But with you being out there, you were such a specific type. You were such a New Yorker. I mean, you could have had a balloon. You were like having a balloon hanging from your head, saying New York, New York. You know,
exactly.
Jersey, whatever you're from. You know?
Yeah, wherever you're from. Yeah, Jersey. North Jersey, close enough. Yeah, it was hard to when I started doing sketch comedy, especially when I got on a show like that. It was all people who went to Northwestern, and one guy was from Yale drama, and I literally was loading a truck at the Newark Port 3 years earlier, and every sketch was, "Well, you're going to play a New York guy." Or a cabbie. But that's why, again, it was intimidating for me, and making a spot and a name for yourself with the SNL cast. Who do you still do you still talk to? Dana Carvey, those guys? I love it.
Oh yeah. I talk to Dana all the time, and I see Lovitz, and I see Spade, and let's see who else.
Spade. I did a movie with Spade. You two talking. I'd love to see you. You two are the funniest fucking guys. Spade, I did a movie with, and for a little while I was in his world. I guess the show business time is about 2 years, and I've been. This is something you would do. I think of you when I think. I've been to 2 auctions where you have to bring something to auction off, and I forgot to bring something both times, so I just auctioned off Spade's cell number. I've done that twice, and I never heard back from him. But but he would do stuff. I remember the first time. This is something, and I want to ask you about this. People who text you LOL, like I by mistake thought I was texting abroad, and I said to Spade something. And I say LOL. He texts back. First of all, I'll let you know when something's funny. Laugh out loud. What do you the texting and the new technology and stuff? Do you find young people to be a pain in the ass? Because I do.
People that text me?
Yeah, I mean, this technology now. I don't think you're a person like if you're golfing who likes to be gotten in touch with. You know.
Yeah. I don't mind. I mean, I don't have call blocking or anything, or
right.
You know, my name always comes up when I call somebody. But I have a friend that says unlisted or whatever, unknown.
Yeah.
And I always know it's him because he's the only friend I have that's unknown.
There's some irony. Yeah. The pretense of showbiz, like I told you, Spade was under his a fake name in Vegas, and nobody was calling his room, but he told women he was under a fake name, and it worked because they thought he was important. And he was with Sean Penn once, and Sean Penn couldn't get in touch with him at the hotel because he was under a fake name. Finally, they told him the room because it's Sean Penn. And Spade got there at 3 a.m. and he found the note. He said, "I couldn't get in touch with you because you're under a different name. Call me when you get in. I'm under the name Sean Penn." Which the show business thing is. You're doing this show now with Matt LeBlanc.
That's right. It's called Man with a Plan. It's on Monday nights at 8:30 PBS, and I love doing it, man. And he's such a great comedic actor, man. I'm learning so much from him.
Yeah, he's got to be a pro with the sitcom thing. My God.
Oh man, he's got it down.
And well, you've done a lot of sitcom work and stuff, but again, another guy who you think, why is he doing it? The insane amount of money, but he probably just loves it, right?
Yeah, he does love it. That's why he's doing it. And I'm kind of playing the dumb guy in this show.
Yeah.
And he said, I made a lot of money playing a dumb guy on Friends.
So he's not a dumb guy in real life.
No, he's not.
Doesn't seem like it. Well, and so I mean, now that's something that you think you'll always like too, doing sitcoms.
Well, I like mixing it up. Like I said, I like writing. You know, I've written sitcoms and pilots.
Right.
And I've written films. and I do stand-up, and I act in single camera and multi-camera, and it just keeps it so more interesting for me.
What about the single camera thing? Like Weeds was single camera. Do you prefer one thing over the other? Because that's a lot of time you're there, man.
I don't think so. It always depends on the project. If it's a good project, I would prefer that over that multi-camera show.
Right. Weeds was great.
Thanks. I love doing that. I was really lucky because after SNL, I was wondering if there would be anything else that would kind of, surpass it or at least equal that kind of, excitement and popularity. And then Weeds came along eventually, so I was happy about that.
Yeah, well, you'll keep working, man. You're the funniest guy, and I love you. And I'll let you go, brother.
Thanks,
I'll let you go. You do your thing. You want to get together tomorrow and walk over to different TV shows and just introduce me?
yeah, I'll crash some TV shows.
Artie, Hoboken. So, man, with a plan is it Monday nights, right?
Yeah, Monday nights on CBS.
And with Matt LeBlanc and see Kevin at Caroline's. Maybe me and Danny. He's a big fan of yours too. He's never seen you stand up live. Maybe we'll come over.
Oh, I would love that. I would love if you guys came down.
Yeah, and that's tomorrow. When's the last night you're there? Sunday?
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yeah.
You guys check it out. A better comic you will not see. And I know you're interviewing with Trump for a possible cabinet position too. So I know.
Yeah, that's right.
Kev, I love you. Thanks for doing this, man.
You got it. Anytime, Audie. I love you. I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Love you too. Good luck, Kev.
That's it. Bye-bye.
The great Kevin Neal. That is, it's a good man.
Check out Artie Lange's surprise Christmas show at the Comedy Shop in Pompton Plains, New Jersey. This Friday, December 9th at 9 o'clock p.m. That's the Comedy Shop at the Best Western in Pompton Plains. Go to Comedy Shop, that's comedy, SHOPPE.laughstub.com to get tickets. That's this Friday, December 9th at 9 o'clock. Already got your New Year's Eve planned, quitters? If not, check out the New Year's Eve party with Artie Lange and Bob Levy, Friday, December 30th. Doors open at 8 o'clock. The show is at 9:30. That's in Scranton, Pennsylvania, the Leonard Theater. This event is for 18 and over. Tickets are $35. Check it out on Ticketfly. Laugh Out Lepkus Comedy presents the New Year's Eve party with Artie Lange and the Reverend Bob Levy.
Funny as hell. That guy is so... Again, check out his stand-up. It's unique. And as you can see, it's so funny. I think Kev would agree. Obviously, I've interviewed people maybe a little bit more famous than him. Not many, but I'm so as a comic, I'm more comfortable. I would be more comfortable around Harrison Ford because he's just a funny guy that I feel is annoyed by me, and I think that's true. But you got to know when to cut it off. But he's so funny and a good man, and he's always been nice to me. Like I said, that afternoon, it's something he forgets. But, I mean, holy shit, we had time to kill. And, I saw how much fun I could be having on that lot. Norm was just as funny, but he just didn't want to do anything. I said, you want to go over to ER? After that, I said, yeah, we had fun over there. Let's go over to the West Wing. He goes, why? I go, you can goof on me. He goes, I'll goof on you here. But Neil would show me how much fun I could have on that lot. That really was, think of that, Dan, within 50 yards.
Some of the biggest shows in history.
Well, yeah, within 50 yards of our show. And the history of the Warner Bros. Did you come to Conan a couple of times?
Yes.
The new Conan in L.A. is taped on that same lot. And it's 2 sound stages away from where I did the Norm show. Stage 12, and that was such a big part of my life for 2 years where I worked. I had to drive on past because I was a regular on the show, and again, I was overachieving. But Stage 12, they shot Casablanca on Stage 12. You know that?
Wow.
Right? They told me that, and I couldn't believe. I was in a daze. I forgot my lines. They found an old call sheet in the walls from Humphrey Bogart, and his call time. They said he was late. But that's good too. Bogart, I hope he was late. I hope he was like, fuck you. I'll be there when I get there. And Gilbert Gottfried used to have a great routine, a joke about Humphrey Bogart. He's doing an impression. Humphrey Bogart at the post office. Stamps. The only one he said. Kids don't get that now. Why did he go to stamps.com? Shut up. Stamps.com. You know why stamps.com is unique in my life, right? Some fan you are. When I was on...
Was that the commercial you read?
No.
Oh.
When I was on Entourage, well, we did read it, but it's a
You
reason.
invented it. That's right.
Yeah, my character.
I invented it.
Invented it. It was character work.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I had Leslie Bibb as my fucking wife. And I was worth $86 million, and Jeremy Piven's character was mad at me for that. we were buddies and I in college, and he was mad I had a hot wife and everything, and I got to bite Leslie Bibb's ass. They didn't use it in the show either. I bit her ass. The director said, "Yeah, go nuts. You're flirting with it. It's your wife, And she could not have been cooler about it. She slapped my face, but in a joyous way. And I hit on her. She said, "I'm dating a dentist." I'm not kidding. I said, "Hey, what are you doing later for dinner?" And she said, "I'm dating a dentist." I said, "Really? When did that start?" She goes, "I don't know. I'm making it up." No, she was. I think maybe married to a dentist. I was never in my life would I'd rather have been a dentist. But yeah, I invented stamps.com, and a lot of people say, "Hey, there's stamps.com." That was a good idea. I should have done it in real fucking life. Stamps. Again, Kev's one of those old school guys. Did you ever see the Tonight Show I'm talking about?
Yes.
With McCarthy? Yeah.
Yes.
Really fucking funny. Again, that thing, that irony, and a great joke teller. Norm loves him. They all love him. So check him out if you're around Caroline's and watch Man with a Plan. Matt LeBlanc. If you were Matt LeBlanc, would you ever want to have a time to be somewhere? You know what I mean? I guess people are different than me, but obviously they are. Thank God they are.
And
if everybody was like me, we'd be no civilization.
He's done. He was just on Showtime with the.
Especially the single camera thing. That's a long day.
He just did a series on Showtime for the last 3 years.
He did, right?
Yeah, it's called. It was about a screenwriter. And it was,
don't Google it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to waste your time. I would never Google it. This is the only context we'd Google Matt LeBlanc. Listen, I respect the guy's success. I wasn't a Friends fan. You probably loved it.
I can guarantee you, I've never.
You are so
seen
fruity.
An entire show.
You're so fruity with your TV. Oh my God! It's so embarrassing. Some of the comics are over, and the Affair is on the DVD.
Oh God!
I'm a man. I have 600-pound Lupe. I am so worried about Lupe. Are we following her on Twitter?
Yes, we are. You are.
Did you respond?
Yes, I sent a direct message. So
we're trying to get Lupe, the enormous Mexican woman,
and Gilbert,
who's not Gilbert Gottfried. Her husband is Gilbert, who is an odd person. I don't know his motivation. Me and Dan are trying to figure out why he continues to stay with Lupe. She knows he hits on other chicks. And it's funny, she argues with him, but she can't turn her neck. She can't turn her neck, so she argues with him and can't look at him. It's so terrible. And he won't even go. He won't go around so she can see him. He does an evil thing. He's doing this on purpose. And I guarantee some asshole like Tony Robbins says, "Here's how you get up in the one-upmanship in a conversation. If you have a 600-pound girlfriend and she can't move her neck, argue with her where she can't see you or move her neck to see you." So he pulls her, he pushes her over and tells her she has a bed sore. That might not even be the truth. Because he's going to have an argument with her. He puts a pillow under there and she's looking one way, and then he sits on the other side and they argue. He could be getting a blowjob while they're arguing, and she can't see him. She's trying to turn her enormous neck, and her fourth chin stops her. And she had to have a tracheotomy to talk because her chin was choking her. She had a tracheotomy, and she's going, "You're with chicks," and she can't see him. And she's looking at the ceiling, and he goes, "No, I'm not. You with the chick right now?" "No, I'm not." "Well, come here so I can see you." "No."
And if he just moved his chair, I guarantee you he moved the bed up and the chair up flush against the wall so that she can't turn.
I do that.
And I guarantee you that weightlifting scene was staged where he goes, "I want you to check me weightlifting."
Well, everything's staged.
By him.
Well, how do they have a perfect camera angle every time? Yeah, chill, but no, you're right. But the thing that's great about that is, they get a double shot. It's him. Okay, here's what happens. Here's what she calls exercise. She's bedridden. She's an enormous flounder, and she's brown. And the brown thing. I don't know why I pointed that out. Really not necessary. But she twists her. She puts her ankles over one another. Like they cross when she lays in the bed. It's comfortable, but they must be chafing. She's always got her ankles crossed, and she looks like a big lobster claw. She looks like a brown, enormous lobster claw, and she can't get out of the bed. So I guess the doctor okay, Dan, have you seen a bigger set of upper arms ever?
No, never.
You know George Foreman's arms? His upper arms are huge. Triple those, and you've got her. And it's mostly fat. And another thing with these enormous fat people is you can't see their elbows. Like, because their elbows get swallowed by the fat.
Right.
So if they ever pop out those elbows, they must be filthy. She never showers or uses a restroom, and he probably has to hose her down. And, she develops a bed sore. Of course. Of course. So he gives her these 2 green dumbbells. All right?
That must weigh only like a half of a pound.
They're nothing. So it's and you know what? Out of force of habit, he hands her something and she tries to eat it. he hands her the only thing he ever hands her are food and those dumbbells. How about handing her a fucking toothbrush?
Oh God!
You know he must handle her morning ablutions. You always see like later in the day. I don't think they can afford a nurse where he's and every pair of pants he has. Every pair of pants are those long Mexican, I'm having a cold beer on the porch.
Shorts.
Yeah. Mexican, I'm having a cold beer on the porch. Shorts that go down your ankles. He's got them in every color. Yo, I'm going to get those. Can I get magenta ankle shorts? Yo, you know you're looking at chicks. And he gives her the green dumbbells. And she just starts to put them in the air like she's boxing the air. And when she does that, I don't even know if she realizes her legs are moving. I don't know. Because it might just be her bone, they're all connected. And when she punches the air, her legs might just move. So it's like this enormous lobster claw moving. And they have a shot, you're so right, I'm glad you brought this up, of him lifting, doing bench pressing. He's bench pressing, I don't know how much. It looks like a lot.
Yeah.
But maybe they're like, well, those things we took all the sand out of them. And he's bench pressing. And they have a perfect angle of, in the background, while he's bench pressing, is this enormous brown mass. You can't see her face. It's a brown mass. It looks like a dinosaur took a shit. It looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex from medieval days took a shit on the bed, and the shit had a life of its own. The shit had a heartbeat. Shit beat. That's the name of that's a great horror movie, Shit Beat. He took a shit that had a heartbeat. Shit beat too.
It's coming for you.
Yes, it's coming. It's been constipated. Blows your O-ring out. It looks like a big, brown, healthy shit. Healthy. That's moving. With 2 green things on it. Like 2 green peppers. And you see, that's all it looks like, a fat mass on the bed. An enormous, am I getting the picture to you? An enormous brown, disgusting, smelly shit. With a nice halter top. And a tracheotomy. And hair. And a shitty attitude. And a Spanish accent. And the legs are moving. And, he's lifting weights. And it's very disconcerting. And she had a red shirt on. Okay, he claims to be addicted to chicks, Gilbert. So here's his pic. Here's him flirting. Here's what I guess a ladies' man is like. He goes, "Look at you all sexy with your red shirt." What? What? Red shirt? What the fuck are you talking about, Gilbert? I want him on here. We follow him on Twitter. What's he doing today? What's he doing right now? he goes, "Look at yours." He's sweating, first of all, from the bench pressing. And I don't know if he showers before dinner. He's making a cream of mushroom soup.
Oh.
And I think he's sweating into the soup. My buddy used to work at the Yankee Stadium, and he told me the worst thing he could have done. He was a hot dog vendor in the 80s. And he said one day in August, it was so hot, he was holding the hot dogs, and he was starting to get dizzy. Like the heat was actually hypnotizing him. And he couldn't see right, and he was faint. So he was leaning on the wall, and he saw a piece of sweat drip down his nose, like from a corner, and it slowly fell off his nose into the hot dogs. And then, you know what he did? He said, hot dog!
Oh, God.
It's a hot dog, eh? Hot dog with sweat? It's a hot dog, eh? There was retarded guys who used to work at Yankee Stadium. I guess they hired retards to do the, the vending. And one guy just went, hey, beer! Hey, beer! Hey, beer! I used to order it to shut him up. Hey, beer! Hey, beer! Like he was calling a friend. Later he was going to go, hey, mom! Hey, mom! I need a ride home. Hey, dad! Hey, beer! Hey, dad! What a retard.
When I used to wait at Wrigley Field for a ride home after the game, man.
Hey, dad!
When those people left with their $40 or $50 that they made that day.
What are you condescending?
No.
See, you're a rich guy.
Yeah,
See, the real Dan just came out. That's nothing to him. Listen to him. Because he was a rich kid. Your real Dan just came out with their $40 or $50. Wow. That's a lot of money.
Except for the beer vendors.
The beer vendors. $40 or $50. Wow. I come from money.
Yeah.
Understand? My father had 52 laundromats. Okay?
3.
And we own buildings. You're the only guy, Dan, who says I'm a poor guy. My father owned buildings. Plural. You fucking Dan Trump.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My father owned buildings. We were poor. My father had 52 laundromats and 7 buildings. We struggled. Every Filato boy's probably got 50 mil.
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
Money buried. But what you're doing with the denial, that's what rich people do. Oh, yeah, right. Howard would do that when someone called him rich. He'd go, yeah, right. Don't believe what you say in the papers. I don't make $100 million a year. More like $98 million. And that's you're doing that move.
Mm-hmm.
But the real you came out, goofing on $50. Yes, you rich condescending prick. I've been a self-made millionaire for about 20 years. And I still go, wow, good for you. I'm nice to people. I would go, $50, good for you, man. That's great. That's great. Not Dan. Because he's been rich his whole life.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's different. And he dresses down. He dresses disgusting. And he dresses in $3 sweatpants. Okay, this John, I'm going to go all over the place. I'm watching TV. You're off the hook here. Because something that pisses me off to no end is on television right now.
Oh,
the John Leguizamo commercial.
Oh, I know.
For what is it, Sprint or something?
Isn't it Optimum, your local cable?
I don't even know what it's for. You're right, Optimum. Okay, there's 2 Optimum commercials. They're both awful. It's John Leguizamo. And doing 7 characters, I guess he's calling them. It's his voice. Like he's doing characters anybody could do. He's considered the greatest character guy. He could do anybody. He does an Italian chef. I swear to God, this is what he does. Hey, I'm John Leguizamo carrot. I'm cooking the carrots. And they put him in a big, hacky, anti-Italian, by the way. We're the only fucking group of people you can still goof on. Right, Dan? Well, you're a liberal. You don't care. but we're the only group of people you can still go, hey, Italian, hey. What if he was a black guy going, hello there, John. I'm making some mayonnaise sandwiches.
How do I steal the cable?
You're terrible. You are so terrible. You somehow get more, how are you a liberal? You somehow get more racist. Less funny, more racist.
I was in character.
And here's what you do. There's nothing, every funny thing you check a 0. How's the accent? Terrible, 0. How's the joke? Awful, 0. Is it offensive too? Yes, terrible. You doing that, and the worst comedy crime, you interrupt a funny person. Me. Being funny. And you take away from the bit. So now here's what I have to do. You're giving me extra lifting. The ironic thing is you're doing the direct opposite of what you tried. You tried to make the show funnier and make my job easier. You just made my job harder. Because now what I have to do is stop and be funny this way.
Well, that's your genius digging out of my holes.
Well, that's the thing. I don't really ever dig out of them. Digging out your hole. Again, the real Dan, the gay thing, he slips with that too. That's your genius, digging out my hole. What? And later you're going to dig out my hole. That is funny. Digging out your holes. There's my asshole. There's my cake hole. There's my ear hole. There's my nostril hole. Did I say asshole?
Bunghole.
Well, that's asshole. Unbelievable. See, so now I'm doing heavy lifting. I have to be extra funny. When I could have just stayed on the hello there. Master be so kind, to make me some mayonnaise. I'll do what just happened. I'll do an impression. I'll do Dan too. Master be so, hello there. Master be so kind, I'll steal the cable. What? What do you? That's my black voice. Hello there. Can you bring me the cable? I'll steal the cable. Hello there. I'll steal the cable. Right after I give you sickle cell anemia.
Oh, God.
I'll steal the cable, smoke some crack, not go to work, and give you sickle cell anemia. And then I'll apply for welfare. Jesus. I'm a slave anyway. I came over on the boats. My name's Kunta Kinte. You can't tell me it's Toby. I'm lazy and shiftless. And I have a lot of kids I don't know. I'm good at the 40-yard dash. I have diabetes. I like sugary drinks. I live in Harlem. I can play the trumpet. But I'm such a junkie, I can't get work. I'll steal the cable. This is Dan's black actor. Yeah, that's right. I want to get in jail because it's 3 hots and a cot. I'm working at the library. I can't read. I keep my money under the soap.
Oh, God.
I don't pay taxes. I don't like whitey. I'm a big fan of Roots. I was a backup singer for Nelly. I can rhyme words. My name has the word doctor in front of it. But I'm not a doctor. And see, actually, Dan, you made the show funnier. That was better than Hello There. Your black character. I'm going to do, write that down. I want to do your black character.
Oh, no.
I mean, other shows.
That'll be a separate podcast.
Here's my favorite thing, Dan, too. I'm watching TV. This old woman can't open pickles for some reason. But then she has a pickle opener. There's a new thing. Look at this.
Is it the opener, the mechanic opener there? Yeah.
Yeah. She just, this is, what an invention. Oh, my God. Look, I love these actors. They're so terrible. They're pretending they can't open
I
it.
know.
The blonde woman. Oh, my God. I can't open this. Wow. Wow. What an invention. See, I'm more impressed than this by the computer. I don't know. A computer's nothing compared to this. It's a pickle opener. Oh, these actors trying to open the pickles. Oh, it's so great. They're overacting. They're somehow overacting trying to open pickles. Hey, Olivier, calm down. But that's one of those things is, what would Brando do any better? How would Brando open those pickles? I don't think he'd do any better.
He'd butter up the lid.
He goes, but then he'd eat the butter. Listen, I buttered up the lid, but then I licked the butter off. Can we have more butter in here? Can you get Firuza Balk in here? I'd like an ice bucket on my head. I'd like 2 pieces of cotton. I'm going to put those in my cheeks. And then I'd like some provolone and ice cream. On his fucking documentary, listen to me, Moreland. It's so disgusting. He's this big fat guy talking about when he was a kid at home. He go, I've always loved food, even when I was thin. And then they just show a picture of a refrigerator. That's what the documentary guy, it's not his. It's a generic picture of a refrigerator. And he goes, yeah, I'd come home from school, and I'd open up the refrigerator, And there'd be all these things that I love, like meatballs and fish and cheese. God. Like cheese and ice cream and cheese and all the stuff that binds you up. There'd be hot fudge and cheese. There'd be a big birthday cake, even though it was nobody's birthday, and cheese. My mother was mentally ill, so she would just buy something and cheese. Everything had cheese on it, and I got used to that. I ate like a pregnant woman. There'd be ice cream and cheese. There'd be cheese and cheese. I'd have cheese and cheese. She'd get different types of cheeses. I'd have provolone cheese. I'd have mozzarella cheese. I'd have yellow cheese and ice cream and hot fudge. I'd put the hot fudge on the cheese, and I'd eat the ice cream plain with a pickle. And people would say, "When are you due?" I'd say, "What are you talking about?" They said, "You're eating like a pregnant woman." I said, "My mother's mentally ill. She's schizophrenic. She has a rare disease where she likes cheese. She has the cheese disease." I know if I kept mining, I'd find something funny. Yeah. She has the what? She has the cheese disease. What's that? It's where she buys cheese. And when she runs out of money, she'll steal to buy cheese. She likes all type, but she doesn't eat the cheese. No, I eat the cheese. I'm like a big mouse. Yeah, so she buys the cheese because she has the cheese disease. And I say to myself, I hope she doesn't get medication, the cheese medication. Because the doctor said, "I know what's wrong with you. You have the cheese disease." She said, she said to the doctor, "I have cheese on me right now." And the doctor frisked her, and she had a whole hunk of provolone. I'm not Italian. I thought it was provolone. And then I got to New York, and Al Pacino said it's provolone. And then I put 2 pieces of cotton in my mouth, and I said, "I never wanted this for you, Mike. I never wanted you to know about my cheese disease." And then people thought I was going crazy because I was doing the Brando Vito Corleone character with 2 pieces of cheese. And I said, "That's my mother." They said, "What was wrong with your mother?" "She had the cheese disease." And New Yorkers said, "We never heard of that." I said, "It's unique to Iowa." And then I said, "I grew up in Idaho." Or Iowa. I forget. Brad Pitt grew up somewhere where I get confused. And then I used to do a joke where I said, "Hey, Brad Pitt, do you know your brother Stu?" And then he'd go, "Wait a minute. Stu Pitt?" "Yeah." And then I'd laugh. And he'd say, "That you didn't make that joke up. A lot of people tell me that joke." I said, "Well, no, another side effect of the cheese disease is if you're living with cheese disease and you don't have it, you start to tell unfunny jokes." So I got provolone. I went right to the story of Queens when I was doing Streetcar Named Cheese. Cheese car named Desire.
Cheese curd named Desire.
Cheese curd named Desire. You see, I gotta double back and be funny. Cheese curd named Desire. I like that. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna name it Cheese curd named Desire. I have the cheese. See, the problem with cheese curd is it's not yet cheese. But I would have pancakes and cheese. I went to L.A. and the African-American gentleman told me about Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And I said, "That's a great combination. I'm going to open up a turkey and pancakes." Turkey and pancakes and cheese. Did you ever, I said to Roscoe, because I was there when he first started. I knew Roscoe. I said, "Roscoe, do you ever put cheese on the chicken and waffles?" And he said, "No." I said, "You should try it." And he tried it, and he came back and called me. He was mad. He goes, "People say it's the most disgusting thing they've ever eaten." They like chicken and waffles, but cheese ruins it? Cheese never ruins anything. Cheese are like roasted red peppers and Russian dressing. So fat. He's just enormous. Remembering his childhood cheese, his cheese childhood.
It's so funny that you picked up on that, because when I saw it in the theater, I walked out and I said, "Man, he really liked cheese."
Of course he did.
He mentions cheese all the time.
Yeah. Well, he says cheese. I said to my son Christian, instead of shooting a person, next time, don't shoot someone that your sister's dating. You know what you do? What? Eat cheese. And then he said, "It's great." And that's right. Wait a minute. On the waterfront, he goes, "I'm not eating cheese for nobody." Right? He said, because he's a rat.
Wow.
I wonder if that is like rebellious.
I forgot about that.
He goes, "I'm not eating cheese for nobody." That's speaking to his mom. That's an improv line. I guarantee it. And he liked his hand. The director said, why did you say that? Because you're a rat? I go, wait a minute. No, I was yelling at my mother. Any shrink would tell you he's yelling at his mother. Wow. I just got the chills. Anybody, young people don't even know fucking. Does Vinny Montag know on the water? One of the best movies ever. And I love you, Vinny. But anyway, I think Vinny's a wigger, by the way.
Is he?
He says represent a lot. He says represent a lot. Yeah, he goes, out of nowhere, he's on the set, and he goes, I'm not eating cheese for you, Mom. Why'd you yell at your mother there? I don't know. Mom, you fed me cheese. She did something right. Because he was a good actor, and back then he was smoking hot. Oh, my God, those arms. Right there. Cheese. I'm not eating cheese for you, Mom. I know about it. You know what you are, Johnny Friendly? You're a no-good, lousy bum. You give it to Joey, you give it to Dugan, you give it to Charlie, who was one of your own. And you know what you are? You're a no-good, lousy bum. And I'm glad what I done to you. And I'm going to keep on doing it. Come on. What's the matter with you? Did you ever hear the Sullivan Law? They'll be down on us for the slightest infraction. Come on, give me. Listen, you can have it his way, you can have it your way, but you can't have it both ways. Look, it's simple. Drive him out to this place we've been using. Try to convince him on the way. If you can't, give him the Jerry G. Give him the Jerry G. Cheese. Lee J. Cobb said, cut. Why does this asshole keep yelling cheese? The little fag from Broadway. He ain't no fag. He keeps fucking chicks with cheese. Yeah, a lot of actresses, I would give them a hunk of cheese. What happens is, even back then, broads were annoying, and I would shove it in like Rita Hayworth's mouth as I was banging her ass. I would say, Vivian Lee, come here. Did you ever have cheese in your mouth? I would take the cheese out of the mouth when it was time for me to fuck them their faces. I would say, I'm removing your cheese now, and she would go, thank God. But I'm putting in my enormous cock. She actually liked that, Vivian. She was in love with Laurence Olivier. And he was also in love with my cock. I said to Vivian Lee, you know who else I fucked? Your husband. Yeah, he was fucking Danny Kaye, and I fucked him. We were pulling a train. A train of cheese.
A cheese block.
A cheese block.
Did you see the story on Monday about him? About Brando?
No.
There was a big story, a hubbub, because Bertolucci... Bertolucci was interviewed.
He's the guy directed in Midnight
Last Tango in Paris. Right. And he said that the rape scene, only he and Brando knew about it.
Right.
And then...
the actress didn't know.
Right. The actress did not know.
Right.
And then he had to backtrack because I guess everybody was coming down on him. And then he said, well, she didn't know.
Well, basically what he said is they raped a woman.
Yeah, exactly. And not with cheese.
Yeah, there was no penetration. Well, that is amazing. Because is that the scene where he's talking about the pig farts and everything? He goes,
yes.
Yeah. Here's how much of a disgusting scumbag Brando is. Bertolucci, this Italian director, overrated like all Italian directors. They make shitty movies. But he told Brando, it was Last Tango in Paris. It was right around The Godfather. And you see what Brando really looked like at that time. He didn't look like an old guy like that. He was a young, still vibrant guy. Getting a lot of pussy. Like the direct opposite of Hillary Clinton's running mate.
Tim Kaine.
Los nosotros, los manos. We will never rape. Let me say this in Spanish as well. So he gets this actress. And, yeah, he's raping her. He's in the bathroom. And Bertolucci says to Brando, just do what you do when you're having sex. And, oh, my God. Bertolucci was famous for, he got Brando to play Brando. And that was he got really respected by directors because he got Brando to be him, not a character. And Brando didn't realize a lot of that was going to be in the movie. He hated Bertolucci he wouldn't speak to him. Bertolucci was being interviewed once, and he kept going, I'd call him, I'd go, Marlon, I know you are there. This is when he was in the house, and wouldn't come out. Marlon Brando, he had a period where he wouldn't come out of the house. We all do. And he'd go, I'd go, Marlon, it is me. It's Bertolucci. I saw it, Marlon. I saw it. I put that in the movie. You know it's me. You come to the phone, Marlon. Come on. I tried to trick him into the phone. I tricked you to the phone the way I tricked you to do that stuff in the movie. And I know you're eating cheese. I can hear you eating cheese. And he picked up the phone with his mouth full of cheese. Oh, listen, I'm eating cheese. You ruined my life. You ruined my life. You're terrible. No, I don't ruin your life. People love the movie. Come on, we do another movie. Last Tango in Tampa. I'm gonna go to Tampa. I'm gonna go to fuck you. I'm eating cheese. Fuck you. Come on, you know what's in Tampa more than cheese. I'm putting cheese in Tampa. You're a motherfucker. You know I love cheese. And you probably first can't give me. That's how you got me to Paris with fucking cheese. Yes, I bring you Italian cheese. I'm making it now. We're curling it up. Remember the girl you raped in this movie? I don't remember what's on that yet. Yes, they're coming for you, the police. The police are coming. I just had an interview with the police. And I said, Marlon's probably in his house, raping a girl and eating cheese. As we speak. Oh, there's no girl here. I'm eating cheese. Yes, Marlon. Come to me. I'm Bertolucci. I'm Bernardo Bertolucci. I got you to play you. You rape a woman. And I put it on film. You put cheese on film. Cheese. Marlon. Last tango. How about this? We make it easier. How about last tango in San Diego? You're in Southern California. Fucking San Diego. There's no good cheese in San Diego. I will bring the cheese to San Diego. We have a good money for the budget because we make so much money. So many people want to see you rape a woman. I make a lot of money. I had a shitty deal with the agent. You did have a shitty deal. Your agent, I gave you 20 grand. You got 20 grand up front and a hunk of cheese. Yeah, I ate the cheese. You ate all of the cheese we paid you for that? Yeah. Did you spend the 20 grand? Yeah. On what? Cheese. Oh, that's terrible. 20 grand worth of cheese. Yeah, I'm so binded. I can't shit. You must be binded. I will bring some oil to put on the cheese, and that will slide it right out of you. And then we make Last Tango in San Diego. You can throw the first pitch out at a Padre game. Hi, everybody, Padres. How you doing? Yes, is that Steve Garvey? Yeah, just throw the pitch out. And then you trip on the cheese. The big rubber you thought was mozzarella. The rubber on the mound you thought was a big hunk of mozzarella. You started eating the rubber. It was so embarrassing. I seen the rubber. You said it was cheese. I played a little trick on you. You're American. I said, you don't see that white thing in the middle of the pitcher's mound? Yeah? I said, that's cheese. And I told you the pitcher's mound was a pancake. And you started eating the pitcher's mound. And then I told you the baseball was cheese with little red peppers around. Yeah, I started eating the baseball. And I was so embarrassed. The police had to come, so I went crazy. I was eating the baseball. Yes. And then we shoot Last Tango in San Diego. The problem is this movie sucks. I know it sucks. Because you know what? But we gave you extra cheese. That was in my contract, extra cheese. So I'm waiting on cheese. It's in the mail. The cheese is in the mail. That's what you say in Italy. The check is in the mail, the cheese is in the mail. The cheese check. The check for cheese? Yeah, we're sending you a check for cheese. The check for cheese is in the mail. It's like my cheese check is yes, your cheese check is in the mail. But not the Belucci. Okay, Marlon, I say goodbye now. I see you in San Diego. What time after me in San Diego? Get there next Monday by 9 a.m. You'll send a car. We'll send you a car filled with cheese. I want the entire back seat with cheese. Yeah, every type of cheese. I'll send every type of cheese. Name the cheese you want. I want cheddar cheese. I want mozzarella cheese. I want provolone cheese. I want regular yellow American cheese. You said that. I want gorgonzola. Gorgonzola? I want gorgonzola cheese. Gorgonzola cheese. Anything else? Couscous. Couscous on the cheese. That would have to come out of your own pocket. I'm not losing money on couscous again. I did a movie with Loretta Swit. I lost my ass on couscous. Oh, yeah, I want Loretta Swit on the phone. Oh, yes. You raped Loretta Swit this time.
Oh, God.
I'm not raping anybody. You tricked me into that, Bertolucci. Yes, I bring you down with Coppola. Fuck Coppola. I hate him. Apocalypse Now. He had no cheese in the Philippines. Coppola said he had cheese in the Philippines. motherfucker. I had to send large fish burn out. I thought he was an assistant. I said, hey, boy, get over here. I said, let me rub your head for luck. And some cheese fell out. I said, the colored fellas got cheese. You call large fish burn a colored fella? Yeah. The one who's starring in Blackish? Yeah, it's a good TV show, Blackish. Yeah. Cheese. You like Anthony Anderson? I do. I call him Double A. This is my friend of mine, Double A. Yes, he's very fat too. He loves cheese. Honestly, how long can I love podcasting. No, but there's a scene in Last Tango in Paris that they're talking about. Think about that. They didn't tell the actresses. It's like, basically, he says, Brando, be Brando. And what he does is so scary. If he's really doing this, he gets the woman. Is she like that Cardinale? Is she that famous Italian actor? Who is
yes,
that?
That was the one that was in the
Famous Broad.
Yeah.
And he takes her and he puts her. He goes, you know what I want to do? And now thinking back, she seems so scared.
Right.
Oh my God! I thought she was acting. She seems so scared. He goes in. He goes, oh, what you do? I want to buy a pig, and I want to kill the pig. But first, I kill the pig. I want the pig to fart, and I want you to eat the farts. I'm not kidding.
I remember that.
You think I'm not doing like a bit now? He goes, I want you to eat the pig farts. And as you eat the pig farts, I want you to smell the pig's bad breath. And then when the pig moves its bowels, I want you to eat it while I'm fucking you in the ass. I remember he said, I'm going to buy a pig. Who thinks of this? That is sexual deviancy on a level you can't imagine.
And he rapes her with the butter.
Yeah, with the butter. Do you know how much I hate you? You have to get more butter now. I'm sick of buttering up your ass. Yeah, he puts butter up her ass. Get over here. I'm going to rape you with some cheese. No, he would never waste the cheese. I would go, it was very tough directing. I said, Marlon, there's a big provolone. Rape her with that. No, I'm going to eat the cheese. Eat it out of her ass. That's a good idea, Bernardo Bertolucci. All right, let's do it. And action. I'm going to rape you with some cheese and then eat it out of your ass. He says, I'm going to buy a pig and I want the pig to fart in your face. That's what Marlon Brando does in bed. Poor Wally Cox. Marlon, it's Wally. Hey, Marlon, guess who I have coming to San Diego? I'm eating cheese. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know you're eating cheese. But listen, I have a friend coming. It's not a girl. Who's the cheese? Yeah, I'm eating cheese. Oh, I'll put it this way. His last name is something you love. Oh, Wally Cheese? No, it's not Wally Cheese. Eddie Cheese? No, it's not Eddie Cheese. Tony Cheese? Are this all the same people? Same family, the Cheese family? No, I know. I Google cheese a lot. No, it has nothing to do with cheese, but it starts with a C. His last name. Oh my God, cheeseburger? No, it's Wally. Oh, yes. I'm having cheese and Wally Cox. They've both been in San Diego. You're going to put the cheese in you, and you're going to go in Wally Cox. Supposedly there was this actor, one named Wally Cox. I'm not kidding. Could this get any funnier? Wally Cox, who Brando supposedly had a homosexual relationship with cheese. Okay, besides interviewing one of the funniest guys ever, Kevin Nealon, this has been the most ridiculous. This might be the most ridiculous. How long have we been talking?
About an hour total with Kevin Nealon, about an hour, 10 minutes.
So how long was the Kevin Nealon interview?
About 35.
35?
Yeah.
Okay. A solid half hour. No, 40 minutes of complete and utter silliness and gibberish. This might be, now we do silly shows, unless I get political. And this wins the award for maybe the biggest, the dumbest piece of broadcasting ever. Send that over to the Museum of Broadcasting with some cheese.
It's fun, do.
I'm telling you, see right there? That is unfun, do. You're fun, don't. Fun too. Jesus Christ, that guy's terrible. Fun too. I lost my heart on. You know what, Dad? I want to buy a pig. I want the pig to fart in your face. That's what he says to her. That's what he says. How could that have possibly been in the script? Who would write down a script and show it to the biggest movie star ever? The guy, Bertolucci says, rape the girl. Oh my God, they raped a woman. Is she alive?
I don't think so.
She probably died from rape.
But she said, somewhere in an interview in the 70s, she said that she was not told of the rape scene. And now he's backing off and said, no, she was told about the rape scene. She was just not told about the butter. They would rape her with butter.
Oh, you're going to rape me with butter? Well, you know, we didn't tell Leslie Bibb I was going to bite her ass.
Oh, wow.
What's worse? I'd rather have anybody else fuck me with butter. Listen, real quick. For no reason, sweetie, we're going to shoot the scene. Are you allergic to... how's your cholesterol levels? You know what? He raped that broad. And she was probably so intimidated. Listen, honey, it's Bertolucci and Marlon. Marlon, say hi. What's up? I'm eating cheese. What's up? Marlon's eating cheese. Listen, if you tell anybody that we raped you, you'll never work again, and we'll have you killed. Right, Marlon? Yeah, whatever Bertolucci said. He's a cheese provider. He's strung out on Gorgonzola. I'm shooting up Gorgonzola in Kabul. Fun don't. Wow. So, and Brando, guys, young people, get Last Tango in Paris. YouTube it. Be a YouTube star, Jesus. And you'll see, that's really Brando talking. He says, I'm not lying. I want to buy a pig. It's nice of him to buy a pig. Or get a pig. And I want the pig to fart in your face while I'm fucking you. And then I want you to shove. Oh, that's right. I want to shove my. Oh, that's right. That's right. I want to shove my fingers up the pig's asshole, and I want you to lick my fingers.
Oh, God.
That's in the movie.
God, I forgot.
That's in the movie.
Oh,
Fun don't forgot. That's in the movie. Oh my! I hope I don't steal the pig. Because I'm black. Fry up the pig. I like fried pig before I steal it. Thank you, Kevin Nealon. You're the best. Thank you, Dan. And I don't know what to say. Send this over to the Museum of Broadcasting.
I will.
Submit it for them.
Check out Artie Lange's surprise Christmas show at the Comedy Shop in Pompton Plains, New Jersey. This Friday, December 9th at 9 o'clock p.m. That's the Comedy Shop at the Best Western in Pompton Plains. Go to Comedy Shop, that's comedy, SHOPPE.laughstub.com to get tickets. That's this Friday, December 9th at 9 o'clock. Already got your New Year's Eve planned, quitters? If not, check out the New Year's Eve party with Artie Lange and Bob Levy, Friday, December 30th. Doors open at 8 o'clock. The show is at 9:30. That's in Scranton, Pennsylvania, the Leonard Theater. This event is for 18 and over. Tickets are $35. Check it out on Ticketfly